to the Dream Council podcast, and this is episode 58 of Dream Council Live. My name is Desmond, the administrator of Dream Council, and on today's show, we're going to talk about um, something that I read in the Steam forums a while ago. It's mainly about the issue of, or I should say, the concern of, should you take it easy on beginners or new players, especially with KOF. We're going to talk about ways to help new players enjoy the game and as well as learn as much as they can, and kind of get into the gray area about that. And I'll also kind of read a couple posts from the Steam forums that one of our guests originally posted the thread of, and I'm gonna introduce him right now. This is Sixlet. What's up, Sixlet? How you doing?
Hey, how you doing, Desmond? Thank you again for inviting me here.
Oh, no problem, no problem, no problem. I figure, the topic is kind of about something you wrote, so I might as well have you on there.
Yeah, makes sense.
No,
Yeah, I got you. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And also joining us for discussion, we have Crazy Lee, aka Coco. What's up?
Hey, thanks for having me.
No problem, no problem. All right, well, since both of you are new to the podcast, can you give me a real brief kind of introduction, bio? Sixlet, you could start.
Okay, thank you. I am Sixlet. I'm just your ordinary online warrior. The reason I say online is because mostly it's hard to find a scene, but soon I'll have some. I do video edits. I play a lot of King of Fighters. I pretty much play all of them. Mainly the main ones, 13, 98 UM, and 2002.
Okay. All right, great. Coco, can you tell us where you're from, what games you play, how long you've been playing, etc., etc.?
Sure. Well, I'm from California. I've been playing KOF for a long time. I think I started playing it 2002, but not really seriously. But I've been basically playing every single game, and I really like the story and the characters, so I kind of drew to that series for that reason. And over the past year or so, I've been trying to be a little more serious about learning how to play the game properly.
Okay. All right, great. That sounds good. Did you check out the podcast we did on KOF 13 story mode?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I did, yeah.
Yo, what did y'all think of that?
The story in general, or you guys the podcast? Or
Yeah. Because I didn't know much about the story at all. I was kind of struggling, and Malik was helping me out. Did y'all think he did a good job of explaining it to me, or like?
Okay, let me put it this way. The conclusion, they did a good job. There was much more info, and I did like the story mode, which that's the first. I don't think there was no other. Was there ever another King of Fighters with a story mode?
Not like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Usually the story modes are okay, you play the arcade, and you get bits and pieces of story and then an ending.
Yeah, exactly.
Full turn-out story mode.
Okay.
And so, however, I will say the unfortunate ending altogether, questionable.
Okay.
But it's fine, I honestly, I don't know what to say about the end. I'm still kind of like, ugh. But the overall story, I did enjoy what they did this time around. They did a good job, though. I'm impressed because, like I said, we never had a story mode until now, and this is actually a cool one.
Okay. All right, because, I went through it, man. I was just curious because I had this game for almost 4 years, and I never went in story mode. And, I always knew a little bit about the story mode as far as, KOF and stuff like that. But I didn't, I didn't go real deep into it. And, after I played it, I did the podcast with Malik, and he explained things to me, and I thought it was pretty interesting overall. And I wouldn't mind kind of knowing a little bit more about it. But because of that, because of the story mode and the ending, KOF 14 is on the horizon. What do y'all think the story may be in that game?
Ooh.
To be honest, They might just do another dream match for that game.
Okay. Did
Well,
wait.
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Did the producer say like not to? Well, I think it was the director. Did he say like it's going to be after the Ash saga, or somebody said that it was going to be after the saga, the Ash saga?
Okay, well, here's how, and it's funny because I could have swore they would continue to what I believe is tradition. Um, but when I look at the leak roster, it doesn't feel like a Maybe you're still right. Maybe it is a dream match. We'll see how
Mhm.
they finish the product. But I could have swore this was gonna be a dream match. Typically, after you end a saga, in this case, of Ash, it typically goes to a dream match right after. They did it with nice 95 or 94 through 97. Then 98
Yeah.
you got the dream match.
Yeah.
99, 2001. Then 2002 became the dream match.
Okay. Like after a critical like
Yeah.
arc in the story, like after it ends.
That's
Okay.
how I believe because it seemed like it was obvious. It was just right there.
Okay.
And this one doesn't feel like a dream match, but it might be one. We gotta see how they finish the product. That's a good way of putting it.
Okay. You know what? Why don't we talk about that a little after we get through the promo and plugs? I do have a couple more questions about that. So, all right, here we go. Okay. The King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Match Final Edition. Buy it on Steam. We had a Steam sparring session today, which two of the guests here have participated in, including myself. Buy King of Fighters 13 Steam Edition on Steam. We're going to have a Steam battle next week, next Sunday at 2 p.m. and it'll be the 11th Steam battle. And I don't know, I like to keep it with the numbers. You know, it's 11th Steam battle and it's the 11th month of the year. So yeah, we're going to do that. What else? Oh yeah, download Steam if you have it. Chat with us on Dream Council via Chatwing. Just download the app onto your smartphone for you can chat with the visitors of Dream Council. I think it's pretty helpful because a lot of people drop in like news and stuff that I may not know about, or drop in streams that that I may not know about, or other people may not know about. So I think it's pretty helpful as far as like getting news extremely fast. Shout outs to MexiKOF. Shout outs to Team Chaos. Shout outs to our good peoples, Orochi oh yeah, view the forums via Tapatalk. Download Tapatalk on your smartphone so you can view the Dream Council forums on your smartphone. Shout outs to Video Games XD. And oh yeah, King of Fighters 2002 Unlimited Match. We might do a Steam sparring session, maybe in like 2 weeks or so. And I think, oh yeah, how can I forget? Go to dreamcouncil.com/shop if you want to buy Dream Council t-shirts, and I think we also have a hat. We have some varsity jackets, some hoodies at very, very reasonable prices. All the proceeds from the sales will go directly to Kings of Co for the Dream Council Cup Finals, which is in February. Let me load that up. Oh, whoops! I made a mistake in freaking exit the picture for it. One second. But yeah, we revamped it. The shop. It used to be on dreamcouncil.spreadshirt.com, but I decided to integrate it with the website to make it a little more easier for people to find, and the URL is quite shorter. So feel free and visit the site. So yeah, Winter Showdown, February 20th and 21st in North Glen, Colorado, and KOF 13, 2002 UM, and 98 UMFE will be there, and on the side will be Street Fighter 5 and Guilty Gear, and some other titles that some other people will be running and hosting. But yeah, this is the Dream Council Cup Finals and Winter Showdown. But yeah, I want to go back real quick to some results. So Lone Star Munition 3 happened yesterday. First place was Mysterio, second was Cannibalito, and third was this is a player I never heard of, Albana. Any of you ever heard of Albana?
Not that I know of.
Okay. VCO streamed it at Twitch TV/ONVCO. I'm actually going to watch the the replay of it because I was streaming last night. I streamed almost like 7 hours of KOF with my local crew, and I tried to watch some of it, but I mean we were busy playing. So I mean yesterday was KOF day, so a lot of people were streaming. I think Juicebox was streaming, and also
Yeah, everyone was wow. What a what a day.
yeah, it was crazy, man. It was absolutely crazy. And also the KOF Battle Royale, the second one in Brooklyn, New York, was going on, and Kick Punch Block Live and NYC Furby was streaming KOF. They were streaming 2002, UM 98, and 98 UMFE with KOF 13. It was absolutely crazy, and I'm gonna watch the replay for that as well.
Yeah,
it looked like
same.
yeah, it looked like there was a lot of fun, and there was a pretty fat pop bonus, and whew, yeah, the entry fee was $25 for KOF 13. So yeah, it looked like people had a lot of fun. I did watch a little bit of it, and it looked like people were just like really enjoying themselves, man. I'm glad that people are excited for KOF. So that's always a good thing to be a part of. Next tournaments, let's see, NEC 16, which is going down December 11th through 13th, is going to be in Pennsylvania. The pop bonus for KOF 13 is really, really big. It's like almost like $1,100.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could pay rent money with that, a car note, whatever you want with that. So if you're in the area, if you're in the East Coast area, go ahead and check out NEC 16. Even if you're not, if you feel that you can try to get top 8 and get maybe like $100 or something like that, go ahead and go. I know that Kings of Colorado is going, Pedro, and maybe I don't know, I think maybe Allen or K Gallagher. I'm not sure. I gotta ask him again.
Actually, literally, NEC is one of those tournaments you definitely want to go to.
Yeah, I have to check. I have to go there one day, man. I mean, maybe next year or so, because like, oh man, there's so many tournaments coming up, and I mean, that I would like to check out. So I might have to check it out next year. But I know they always hold it down, man. So check out Northeast Championship 16, December 11th through 13th. And also on that same weekend in Costa Rica is the Fioretica 2015, and they're also part of the Dream Council Cup circuit. Is going to be a premier tournament as well as NEC. So yeah, if you're down there, go ahead, have fun. Hopefully we'll see you guys at the Dream Council Cup finals. What other tournament is going down? Oh yeah, Frosty Faustings 8. I think they're at 7.
Yeah,
or 8.
it's 8. I think. Yeah.
Is it 8? Okay, all right, that was a good guess. It's going down in Chicago, Illinois. KOF 13 will be played there Friday, July 22nd, 23rd. So that's a Friday and a Saturday. And yeah, 13 will be there. I'm gonna try to see if maybe we can try to do a side tournament for 2K2. I might have to talk to some people about it. I'm not gonna promise anything right now, but just stay tuned. What's
January
up?
or July? I'm sorry.
January 22nd.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Did I say July?
I thought I heard you say July by accident.
Oh, okay. January. Okay. 22nd, 23rd. We'll put more details up on Dream Council. So and yeah, here's a picture from the KOF Battle Royale. Hopefully y'all can see it. This is everybody that was up there.
It was crowded. When I saw a little bit of it, it was crowded.
Yeah, and this picture is courtesy of Pachu KOF. He had it on his Facebook, and yep, I dropped him a message like, "Yo, can I use this?" Because it looks very nice and it shows everybody. I really like group pictures. So yeah, I don't know if y'all see all the way on the left with the Dream Council shirt. That's Lazy Freddy, and I see maybe Dynasty is maybe a character space. I mean a person space next to them. And then
I forgot the names, but yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. Each one, yeah.
Yep. And then maybe next to that person with the KOF is here again shirt. I think that's Goro Mike. I think, and then Pachuco is he has the violent fighting shirt, and everybody else I can't really make out. It is kind of a little blurry picture, but it's a really nice picture. So big ups to the East Coast scene coming out to play KOF. I really like that. And yeah, let's just keep things going.
Yeah, we should.
All right. Oh yeah, Dream Council Live T-shirts. You get them at dreamcastle.com/shop. I think they're like $16 or something like that. So if you have a spare 20 on you, get your Dream Council Live T-shirt if you really like the podcast. And yeah, I don't even know why I made that. I just made it out the blue. I was just like, yo, I think it would be dope to have a shirt for Dream Council Live.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. And also, do any of y'all use the Steam app for on your smartphones?
I don't even have a smartphone.
You don't have a smartphone?
No.
Oh, what about you, Coco?
Yeah, I use the Steam app.
Okay. I think it's pretty useful because like I can set up matches and talk with people when I'm not near my computer, and if I have like Wi-Fi on. So yeah, I've been using it quite a bit to kind of correspond with people and stuff like that. So if you don't have it, just download it on your smartphone. I think it works on Android and maybe Apple devices. So you can just get it up, on this the Steam website, no problem. All right, so I did wanted to touch real briefly about KOF 14. Now, all right, we talked about this on the last episode, so I don't think it will hurt if I if I got y'all's opinions of the leak list, or the list that resurfaced from all the way in January that we're seeing now.
Mm-hmm.
And Coco, you said that it might be a dream match now because of the list. Now, do you think go ahead.
Go finish what you're saying.
Well, I was going to say because I mean we saw Prisoner Chang and Prisoner Chang was on the list. Do you think that was a coincidence, or do you think that leak has any kind of validity to it?
I'm still skeptical. That could just be a coincidence. It's kind of hard to say just for that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's really a legit list or not.
Right. Okay. If KOF 14 is a dream match, I'm trying to think. Like dream matches usually have characters that are from the other games. That they bring them back, but in that list we see a lot of new players. I mean, new characters. You know what I mean? Like Kim's
Yeah,
wife.
but then they also have stuff like Nakaru in the league list, which can't canonically be in KOF, so that's kind of.
Yeah, that is true. Okay.
Yeah, that is weird. The fact that that's what actually confuses me about maybe this is not a dream match, but maybe it is. Because the fact that you have new characters, you have return characters from a different SNK franchise, but more weird enough, Samurai Showdown.
Yeah. I know that might be a crazy kind of dream match. Well, I mean, there have been characters from other games on KOF games that weren't dream matches. Like 11 wasn't a dream match, right? But
you're right. Shoot, that was a weird one, but that was ballsy. I like,
Yeah,
they had extra characters for the console mode that weren't on the actual legit teams. They were just on the side menu thing, so that was a little different.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, but they were hidden characters though. Like they had Hayate from Savage. What was that game? Savage Rain, I think.
Yeah, Savage Rain. It's either that or what is it called? That one tag team.
Kazuna Encounter.
Well, you have also characters from there too as well.
Yeah.
And they had World Heroes, I think.
Yeah, you're right. And then Bariki 1 as well. So that's.
Oh, you're talking about Guy Tendo?
Guy Tendo's from Bariki 1. I know that for a fact.
Okay.
And possibly Silver as well.
Oh, that is true. Okay. All right, cool. So recently, Kings of Colorado, they posted out a tweet showing the comparisons between the first trailer and the second trailer. Have y'all seen that?
Yeah, I did see that.
What did y'all think? You can start, Sixlet.
Well, I'm glad they're paying attention, or maybe they've always planned it and we just didn't wait enough. But I'm glad they're giving a touch up on the Kyo, looking closer to Kyo like it should be, in my opinion.
Okay. What do you think, Coco?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing, as well as this is probably a sign that what you're seeing in these trailers aren't the finished product of how they're going to look at the game. it's very likely that they're going to continue to work on this and make it look better. So a lot of people who are complaining that, oh, this looks like garbage and it's worse than 13, maybe it's just because they haven't really refined their graphics yet, and they're going to continue to change.
Right. The thing is, all right. I know, like, I'm supposed to reserve my judgment when we see more and an actual like full-fledged trailer and like we get to see what people are kind of experimenting with and seeing for themselves like the PlayStation experience in December. But I hope like what we're seeing now, I hope that's like development from like months ago. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I hope it's not like they're just touching things up after they got the backlash. Like, oh, let's fix things up. Like, I hope this is like a work in progress from like a long, long time ago.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
hoping just the prototype we're seeing.
Wait, say that again?
Let's hope this is an early prototype that we're seeing here.
Oh, okay, early prototype. Okay.
yeah, that's what I'm hoping too. This is just alpha. Like I brought up in my video, maybe this is just alpha stage, and we're kind of overreacting too quick. But you're right, Desmond. Hopefully, they didn't do a lot of work just in that trailer and something like that.
Right.
But
Yeah.
but let's put it this way: in the end of the day, it's gonna come out 2016 with no specific date. So hopefully, there's still a lot of time for them to work on it. That's all I care about. Take their time.
Yeah, I sincerely hope that it comes out like in December 2016. Like, I want them to like check their. I mean, just really take their time on it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So in the end, all I really care about is if it plays well. I don't care too much about how it looks.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's I can look past the graphics as long as the gameplay is still awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Well, for me, yeah, I feel the same way. It's just that like new players, people that don't know much about KOF is like, I mean, KOF 13 looks great, but like still like not a lot of like people kind of like play it a lot. You know what I mean? So if KOF 14 looks kind of like not good to 13, I mean, is there going to even be more trouble getting like new players? You think?
Probably.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, probably.
We'll see. We'll definitely see. Hopefully things will look better. I'm pretty optimistic, but at the same time, it's like I just hope like I hope it just doesn't turn into another KOF 12. I said this on the last episode is that I saw um the whole like trailer for KOF 12, like the full trailer. Like they didn't do teaser trailers. They just came out with a full trailer, and it was hype. But then when I bought the game, I didn't really like it because the gameplay wasn't that good. You know.
Hmm.
It's funny though because 12 was the only KOF so far that I've ever skipped them. Like I played every single other one, but like I just knew something about 12 was gonna be wrong. I decided not to get it, and I think I made the right decision.
Yeah, you're not missing much.
Yeah, you're not missing much. That game was just a test in the end of the day. That's how I'm in my opinion, that was just a test.
Yeah, I make fun of it sometimes. I say like it's a demo disc.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into this the topic that we have ready, which is should you take it easy on beginners, new players that are entering KOF, and like I said in the introduction, Six Light, you made a post up at Steam forums, and if you could, can you tell everybody about the post that you made, the thread?
Sure thing. I went to the Steam forums because I was kind of upset that and trust me, I can tell when a new player comes to play, not necessarily just based off the level 5 level. Like I always ignore those numbers. Normally, what I look for is how they play, and typically, if I beat this player OCV like with one character, then fine. I don't expect them to stay, especially when it's player match. Like it's basically not ranked.
Mm.
However, I get upset when it was a close match, and it's like, oh man, we can have some fun, and they still leave anyways. And so my idea of the post was just to let new players know that not everyone is out to destroy you. My post was just to let new players know I'll be glad to help if you know just add me on Steam and whatever. What I did not expect was an interesting discussion, even after I had ignored it for a while.
Right. Okay.
And yeah, that was the thread.
Okay. Before we get a little bit more into this in detail, I want to welcome Ricky. You there? Can you hear us, sir?
Yeah. I can hear you guys. Can you guys hear me?
You
I
might
hear.
want to raise your microphone a little bit.
Unfortunately, I'm on my phone right
Oh
now.
no,
I'm
no,
not
no,
sure.
that's perfect. No, you're perfect now. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think
Yeah.
you were just talking louder.
Yeah.
All right. Cool, man. Cool. Yeah. Welcome to the show, man. Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about you, man? I know we talked like via like PMs and stuff like that, but can
Yeah.
you give us a little bio on
All
who
right.
you are?
Yeah. So I've been playing KOF for about probably 9 years now. Most of it is basically 2002. Like I've been playing 2002 my whole life. Like I actually didn't know what Street Fighter was till like I was 15.
Okay.
Yeah, and like I've been playing a lot of SNK, like World Heroes, Mark of the Wolves. What else is there? Most of the fighting games that I've been playing are SNK based, basically.
Okay. Okay.
Cause yeah, and then I got it like quite recently. I got into like Third Strike, and I got into 2002 to and yeah, everything's pretty good right now, I guess.
Okay. All right. Cool. Wait, where are you from?
Indiana.
Indiana. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Oh, you said that you've known about you first know about Street Fighter when you were 15. How old are you now, man?
15.
Oh, you're 15? Wait,
Yeah, I
wait, wait,
know.
you're like next to 14?
Yeah.
Oh wow, dude. I didn't know that. Man, you sound like you're like 20 some years old.
Yeah, I know. I get that a lot. It's weird, but
Yeah, man. Wait, yo, Six Leg, how old are you, man?
I'm 25.
What about you, Coco?
28.
28?
Uh-huh.
Okay, all right. I'm 28 too. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Well, yeah, thanks for coming on the podcast. Ricky, what can I call you? Enrique
909, that's my tag, basically.
909. Okay. Do you have KOF on Steam at all? You there?
Oh.
No, you guys don't know about Fightcade is like where you can play like fighting games online, like MAME ROMs, basically.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know about Fightcade. Yeah. I mean, I was asking if you have Steam.
Oh no, unfortunately I don't.
Oh,
I have the
okay.
console version, but I don't have the Steam.
Okay. All right, great, man. Well, today's podcast is about if how to approach playing new players in KOF. And yeah, Six Light, he was just telling us about a Steam thread that he made, and I wanted to read one of the replies, Six Light, that you gotten. I think it was almost like a few days afterward, and someone said if you play at maximum skill level versus everyone, and then they lose, that's your fault. They can't play at that level.
Unfortunately, the funny thing about that particular person is that it turns out that he's a troll because someone else had brought to my attention, like, oh, he goes around our forums just being extra salty about it. Because the thing is, he doesn't know me. How does he know how I play?
Okay.
But he is not wrong though. You know that can happen. But I don't play that way, so therefore.
Right. Okay. Coco. All right. How did you feel like when you first kind of like playing people that were really good at the game and like, they kind of demolished you or just like it just wasn't close. Like how did you feel about that?
That's pretty deflating when I'm playing someone and they just like completely wipe me out, OCV me. I know that really made it hard to play, and for a while I kind of only played people that I knew, like friends that were around my level, and I wouldn't like play just random people because I was afraid of getting crushed. But I kind of got over that.
Right. Okay. Okay. Ricky, how about you? Like, how do you feel like when you kind of play someone that's like super above like your level? 909, you there? I think you're like.
I think he actually muted his mic. He has a like unmute symbol.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. When I play a person that demolishes me, I usually still play them.
Hmm.
Because in Guilty Gear, like I'm also playing Guilty Gear as well. I get demolished all the time, but I learn a lot more things. Like if I keep on playing, I know the strategy a little
Yeah.
more.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, for me, it depends on my mood. I mean, if I'm playing someone that like just like obliterates me, then I'm like, okay, this is good. I can kind of learn and adapt from this. I mean, there have been like times where like I'll be in a bad mood. I'm like, oh man, dude, like I can't do anything. I start like getting kind of self-conscious, but I understand like the person that I'm playing probably is racked in hundreds of more hours than I have, or maybe they have just understood the game at a quicker level than I have or I've done at this point in time, and I can't really be mad at that because like different people learn things in different ways, and at different like speeds because they may attach what they learn to something else they may already know how to do. You know what I mean? So um, I don't take it personally if I'm being like completely like obliterated. It's just it depends on my mood sometimes. Like sometimes I'm kind of self-conscious, but another times I might be very welcoming and I might like embrace it fully. Because it might help me adapt and play against people that are maybe around my level because they aren't playing at that like high intensity as a high skilled person is. So I think it's good, but yo, Six Light, man. Well, I mean, we are talking about this in the Steam chat. Like,
Mhm.
what do you think about like letting like players win? Because I mean, some people said that in the thread, they were like, maybe you should let someone get a game off of you or something like that. Like, for example, like someone says like,
Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, someone else did tell me that. However, this is such a gray area
mhm,
because you don't want to how can I put it this way? Because you don't want to mislead them anyways in skill wise. So
right,
the best thing what you can do is because there's so many ways for you to do this without needing to sandbag because unfortunately you don't want to do that because you don't want them to expect to have an easy match every time because the last thing you want is you teaching someone how to play something and then suddenly they become accustomed to me instead of being accustomed to what it actually is the game. It's a
mhm,
good way of putting it because especially when you play online you're not going to find someone just like me so therefore it's best to what's a good way of putting it? Like someone said too at the Steam adaptive. Just have them adapt
yeah,
to what they need to do. So if anything, so if you do come across a new player, I would I guess the way I would do it is I intentionally just understand what they know.
mhm,
Um, I don't have to necessarily sandbag, but I just have to know what they do. Just be the most patient and defensive player. Because new players will not understand the meta game or understand how patient or the mind games of it. The first mistake they'll do is they'll just constantly press buttons. And at the same time, I can't blame them because if they go through arcade mode thinking that the computer, what they're used to computer, they can expect online, then that can also happen. So a
mhm.
lot of things can happen with new players, and you just have to figure it out somehow. But should you let a new player win? No, just keep it close. Is what I recommend.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
How you feel about that, Coco?
Uh, yeah, I definitely don't think you should just let people win like that because if you're letting them win, they're probably going to beat you with bad habits, and then they're not learning from the fight that those are bad habits and bad things to do. You need to at least give them a reasonable challenge so that they can have something to overcome. I mean, personally, from my perspective, I don't think I learned anything when the match isn't close. So as far as like being blown out by people, that doesn't help me. What I learned the fastest is playing somebody who's just above my skill level so that I can kind of challenge them even if I'm not winning. That's when I start improving the most. So I think that with a new player, you need to kind of try to gear the match towards that so that you're still clearly going to be fighting better than them, but not so much that it's overwhelming.
Okay. All right. 909, you there, man? Ricky?
Yeah, I'm here. I just
Hello?
He's trying to get rid of background noise. That's why.
yeah.
My
Exactly.
fault. Oh yeah, I couldn't hear you, man. But yeah, dude. Yeah. What do you think about this, man? About like the whole thing about you should probably kind of let new players win. Do you think it's a good idea, or do you like kind of agree with like almost all of us?
Honestly, with me, if I'm playing a new player, online people would do. They would like annihilate me, and then they could probably learn something or two how to play, or they could just adapt of how I play.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically how I would put it. Cause I know this is a different scene, but I used to be a part of the COD competitive scene. Like
Call of Duty.
yeah, Call of Duty. I used to be a
Okay.
part of that scene. There was this one time, I got first place at this one event, but this kid got really salty with me, and he's like, "How do you know all this stuff?" And I'm like, "Well, I've been playing the game for a little while now.
Hmm.
Like I've been practicing, and like this guy was a beginner as well. Like he didn't know the call outs to the maps. He didn't know what the guns were. So like we won that event, and like he got really mad.
Okay. So yeah, there was a little bit of ego I sense from from that guy that
Yeah,
you played. Okay.
yeah, he got way better than me the next event. Like he actually took my advice and play with other people that are more experienced, not these people that are kind of bad.
Right. Okay. All right. Cool. That's nice. That's good to hear. Hear people, kind of improve. Not just be salty all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing I saw in the post, someone posted this. He said, I mean, if you like only having a few dozen active players in your favorite games, then by all means, don't pull any punches, but you'll do everyone a real service by paying attention to opponents you know damn well can't hope to land a hit on you and give them a few. There has to be some incentive to continue or else everyone leaves.
Yeah, that is true because that's the kind of like how I was explaining to adapt a new player to whatever it is. It's kind of like how Coco mentioned, give them the challenge and point out their flaws because
Yeah.
they probably don't even know it. They're
Okay.
probably not even aware of any flaws they're doing. So therefore, like I would say, if they're constantly throwing DPs, then I would intentionally. Maybe what I'll do is that once in a while I won't punish him for it. I'll wait till see if he learns,
Hmm.
or just do like a soft punish, Like I'll just sweep him and see if they
Oh
learn
yeah.
their lesson, kind of thing. And
Okay.
I noticed that kind of works. It's not gonna work all the time. I have to admit, it depends on the player in the end of the day. If they're willing to learn quick enough and right away, then they'll stop doing bad habits. A really good example was I had a player who he wanted a little help, which thanks to that thread, it actually worked a little bit, where I had a few players come by to me. He would play Athena, and he would constantly do heavy version Phoenix Arrow, but he would not do light version once. And so I brought this thought to him. I told him, if you do the light version of Phoenix Arrow once in a while, you can actually mix things up. Because I pretty much intentionally mirrored him. I played his characters. I demonstrated, the best you can do with these characters, the combos, and just like that, within a few minutes, he learned how to annoy me with Athena.
Hmm.
And so if you do a good job of just guiding the new player, then they'll definitely willing to learn. But like I said, it's not for everyone. Maybe not everyone can learn that fast.
Yeah.
It's just up to us how we can do it.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. That sounds really good. Um, Coco, do you agree with what Sixlet said, or do you have anything to add?
Definitely agree. Like, onto what he was saying about the DP punishes, though. Like, yes, with some people you can kind of just do like minor things, just hit them, basically, get the message. But I found that some people don't really learn unless you punish them hard. So sometimes with the DPs, I have to kind of do a full combo punish on
Yeah.
them, and then they're like, oh wait, I don't want to do that again.
Okay. All right. That's a good idea. That's really good advice. Um, let's see. Oh, what about giving advice to like new players? I mean, I understand. Like sometimes I feel like when you give them advice, they can kind of take it kind of personally. I feel. You know what I mean? Like if you tell them like don't do this or block or maybe do this, like they can like sometimes they may feel kind of like overwhelmed. Like how do you kind of go about like sharing like kind of like constructive criticism to a player? Um, Ricky?
I would usually, when I would tell people with advice, I just wait till they calm down after the match, and I would like, oh, hey, I see that you're spamming a bit. I like try not to be a bit predictable there. It's like try not to use the same move every time. Try not to jump all the time. 'Cause what I see a lot, like here in Indiana, we
Hmm.
have a huge third strike community here, and there was this one player I was playing against. Like I mained Ibuki, and the other kid mained Akuma, and this guy would like jump kick all the time. So I played his game, and I end up grabbing the whole game. Like I kept on doing grapples every single move that I did was grapples because he kept on jumping, and like he let himself out, and I basically like 3-0'd him, and I waited a few, and I told him, hey, try not to jump too much, try not to be too predictable, because you can get wrecked. Like, I'm not sure, I saw this one tweet from you guys, some guy was playing Clark, and the other guy, I don't remember what the other guy was playing, but this was a tweet from you guys, and this Clark player, this dude kept on jumping, and the Clark player, like, grabbed him and slammed him down.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
that's basically what I did to the kid.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, it was so funny. Yeah, that's what I did
Okay.
to the guy.
Yo, that's a good point, man. That's a very good point to wait until the person like calms down, or wait like a couple minutes, or even like an hour or something to like tell them like tell them the things they're doing wrong, and like some of the things they're doing right, because like right after people lose, like sometimes people get very emotional, and if you're kind of in their ear trying to like tell them advice, they can kind of just like either just like blow it off, or just like kind of respond back a little negatively with you know what I mean.
The heat of the moment. That's a good way of
Yeah,
putting it.
yeah, exactly. Because like they just finished losing. I don't want to hear more reasons why they lost. You
It's
know?
true.
Yeah,
I'm guilty of that.
I
Go ahead,
definitely had
sorry.
people rage quit on me when I started giving them advice during the match and say, hey, you should probably not do that because it's unsafe, and they just blow up. So like, yeah, it's probably a good idea to back off and wait a while.
Yeah, that's actually pretty important at tournaments. Like if someone is at a tournament and they lose, by however fashion, maybe they got utterly destroyed. I always wait almost like 20 to 30 minutes after they play, and also it helps me kind of think of like what to say and what to tell them, and of what I saw, that way like they won't get so like emotional, and plus they can also listen to what I'm saying, because when you're finished losing, and especially in a tournament match, you don't want to listen to anybody. You just want to just like rage, or not rage, or just you just kind of want to like be by yourself for a little bit. You don't want.
Find your zen. I guess is a good
Yeah,
way. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, you don't want more negative feedback or like criticism. You just kind of just want to just like relax for a little bit, and just kind of take things in. And I tell people this too at tournaments. Like, if I see someone kind of giving advice to somebody, even if they're a friend and they're cool, I usually tell them like, "Yo, man, why don't you just give the man like a couple minutes, let him kind of relax, because he may not even listen to what you're saying. He's just probably so deflated from losing. The things you're telling him are just gonna go out one ear out the other."
Yeah.
But
I do understand why some.
oh, go ahead.
I do understand why some people try to give advice in the moment, especially if like. Tournament's definitely a bad thing, but like let's say you're just playing, casuals or sparring with somebody, you probably want to like tell them as you're playing, so you hope that they'll get better and adjust during that set of matches. But that doesn't always work, I find.
Yeah, you're right. Usually casual matches will be like another good way because your guys are just having fun in a way, and especially when it comes to tournaments. But yeah, if you're in the middle of the competition, you don't want to talk to them there. But if it's casual, that normally would be the right way. But yeah, like you said, not everyone might not take it or whatever.
Yeah. Also, I think it depends on the actual person. Like some people are more open to advice than others.
Yeah.
Some people some people just don't want to just hear anything, even if it's casuals. Some people just take a lot of things personally. But there are some people that I know that I play with. That I can just tell them things in the match. That's what's going on, and it helps. So I think that's I think that's a good thing to keep in mind.
I'm thankful for any advice that anybody gives me anytime. I definitely need it.
Yeah,
same here because I'm not perfect. I get LCV'd a lot too. So therefore, beginners aren't the only one. The pain they feel, we feel it too as well.
Yeah, I know. yeah, exactly. I feel the same way. Let me see. All right, this is a post in your thread that someone posted up. So he said, newbies that want close matches should open their own lobbies and mark it as a beginner lobby. If a lobby is marked for beginners, then there is no shame in kicking a much better player. What do you think of that?
Well, that's true. I don't. If I see that lobby says beginner, I'm gonna tend to just not go because the beginner can take it wrong and that I'm gonna bully them because I'm an expert player. However, a lot of these beginners probably don't even realize you can do that, and so therefore, yeah, it happens too. I would go in, I'll still get kicked out because they just look at my number. You got like a level 8 and they see like a level 47. They're like, get out of here. And, that's fine. I'm not mad at that. That's like, well, all right, but that's fine. I'm just more upset that after we played, then you quit.
Yeah.
That thread, like that's different. Like if I just hop in the lobby and it doesn't say beginner, and they kick me out, all right, I'm not, whatever, that's fine. I don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, and he said, to follow up, he said, on the other hand, playing much better players is one of the best ways to learn. People can find out their weaknesses in play style and will then figure out how to deal with problem areas they feel inclined. The main problem is that a lot of players would immediately play matches online without practicing first.
No, yeah, that's ultimately true. Why not? You definitely want as much knowledge because watching videos and reading forums doesn't always help. You kind of want the whole package. Not only do you want to learn visually and reading, you also want hands-on training. So you want as much info as you can, not just by forums, not just by videos, but on experience with a player.
Right.
Yeah. There's some things that can only really be learned through experience. Like, you can read up on how to do all these different combos, stuff like that, but your neutral game isn't really going to get that good unless you put it into effect in real matches.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. Yeah, neutral game. That's something that you can only get in matches with a human. The computer. Like, I think the only good thing about the computer is probably reactions and maybe hit confirming.
Yeah, that's it.
And maybe finding a way to like evade certain moves. Because I know, like in KOF 13, I've said this before on the show. Like certain characters, if you put them in level 8 mode, they like spam Neomaxes. So you can like practice how to like evade like the Neomax Like Terry Bogard, he does his Neomax, and you can like practice like guard cancel rolling it because they spam it to no end, man. It's like in the programming spam or whatever.
Actually, you're right because there was a funny thing that happened while I was trying to record like a special video with the computer.
Hmm.
He literally spammed Fireball at one special precision, did not do nothing else. I intentionally waited the entire round until timeout, and he did not do nothing else.
Mm.
Yeah, I remember I was practicing, I think I was practicing Kula in training mode, but I turned like the CPU on to just play, and it was K-Dash, and he would just keep doing his Ainz trigger with no firewall, just staying there all the way on the other side of the screen, several times in a row. He would literally not stop until I hit him.
Yeah.
AI.
Yeah. Like the other day, like I was practicing for a Third Strike tournament. Like I had 2 tournaments at that one time. I had a melee tournament and I had a Third Strike tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And the AI for Third Strike, it loves to parry. They love to parry. Like I usually have it on extra hard, so my reactions can get a little better. But like, I was playing against a Yun AI, and all they did was parry, 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 and it annoyed me so much to the point I'm not even practicing anymore. I'm done. Yeah.
AI in fighting games are the most interesting thing in the world, and it's like, wow. All right.
Yeah.
And everyone has something special about it. It's always funny, but I'll talk about that another time. But that's gee.
Right.
It's because I tried to do speedruns at one point. That's why. So that's just another thing.
One thing like I think that AI can help you with, like I said, is like reactions. Like one thing that I've been doing lately for a while is in KOF, 13, or 98 or 2002, is that I took note of the jump frequency of certain characters, by whichever level I have the difficulty at, and what I do is I just practice anti-airing them with a reaction anti-air, just like a DP or whatever, and I will just practice anti-air. They can do whatever they want. They can kick, punch, or do whatever special move, but I would just only anti-air them if they jump, and I would wait for it. Like I wouldn't try to predict it. I would just kind of reaction. I guess halfway reaction, halfway predict. But I would try my best to predict. React to when they jump. And a lot of times, like they don't jump that much at all. But I'm still sitting there waiting. So.
No, that's not a bad thing to study AI. It's it kind of even makes you think, oh wow, okay, maybe there might be a connection between an actual player and this AI, depending. But no, you're definitely right about that.
Right, but I don't try to predict it. I just react,
I react. Exactly.
They jump, then I just do my DP. So I guess that has helped my DP game, my anti-air game in a little bit. But wanna introduce Malik? What's up, Malik?
What's up, Des?
Oh, not too much, man. We're just sitting here. We're talking about ways to help new players. And if you're an experienced player, ways to help them learn the game and enjoy the game without feeling like too overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And I wanted to know, man, like, how do you go about that? How do you go about playing with new players? Like, do you kind of take it easy on them a little bit? Do you go all out? Like, how like conscious of you of like the new player, as far as like helping them learn the game, or even when they're just playing with you?
Well, usually what I tend to do is I'll pick characters that I'm trying to learn or understand more that I might not be familiar with. So it's like I'm not necessarily taking it easy on them, but at the same time, like it's a bit of a handicap, but it's like both are learning because I have to lean more on my knowledge of the game and of players, just reading things out while educating myself, and they're actually getting experience because somebody is more, has overall more playtime than them, and so will understand things better. So that gives them more of a fair chance, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I understand. Okay. Back in the Steam thread, someone said this, and this is about like confidence. So, Here we go. Here we go. Said, um, s- whenever I fight with Evo-like skilled players and they dominate me every single round mercilessly, it's a turn off, really. Um, so whenever I fight newbies and they go for another match, I give them the victory sometimes to boost their confidence. So what do y'all think about that approach? Is
Can I speak or?
go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I think that person needs to find people that challenge them more because, if they do feel like they're at that level where you're playing people who put in a lot of time into it and on that like top 8 level, then just try to dumb it down a notch. Like if you feel like you're not learning, like because that's the thing, people. Yeah, you have to play to learn, not just and because with learning comes confidence.
Yeah.
You can if you don't know what you're doing, you can't be confident, or if you don't know what the flow of things is going to be like or have an idea, then you'll be out there. Like I'll use an example. This is a completely different game, but like when I started playing Xrd for the first time, like when I played what's his name, Doran 2K, and like he's like a Guilty Gear OG, and like I played fighting games for just about as long as he had and stuff like that, but I was like I don't know what I'm doing in this, but I just like kind of did like basic like spacing and footsies and stuff. I didn't really know any bread and butters, and like my confidence, it wasn't really like shaken. It was just like, dang, that's the difference between his understanding of the game and mine. So, and I actually went 0-2 final round, but I started playing online more, and started playing against people who are either on my level or close enough to my level, or better than me. It's all random sometimes. It's online. You don't know what you're gonna get, but I started feeling like I started accumulating more wins, and I'm like, wow, okay, so I'm getting more confident and competent because I understand the game more because I'm just playing.
Yes.
Like that's what's necessary at times. Like you got to find that sweet middle ground. Like if you're still losing to the top players badly, but newbies don't give you a challenge, then that's honestly I feel like that's like the hardest part to level up from in anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like that middle ground, because you're like it's like you're about to crack that surface of like greatness, but
oh geez, don't remind me. That is
I've been there.
Path. Yeah, that
I've been there, so it's like now I know how to
I'm
pass
barely
it.
scratching that intermediate ground. I'm finally getting there, but yes, that is the toughest ground right there.
Yeah, no, it really is, because you're just like, dang, I can beat noobs, but why can't I beat these guys yet? Or like, what are they doing that leaves me like confused, and that requires more analysis of maybe the method that you're what is the name, trying to get better or approaching the game is flawed. Maybe you need to take a different approach. That's why it's good talking with players. Like something I noticed people don't do as much, is they don't ask their opponents, hey, so what gave you trouble about what I was doing, or what was easy for you to counter, to counteract with.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, obviously not every player is gonna be like, yeah, well this, that, and that, because I've asked other top players, and like even KOF. I was like, hey man, so what do you think I did wrong? And they just say something very vague, and I'm like, well, that didn't help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that does happen once in a while. Huh?
Well, I mean, one thing I noticed.
Some players aren't good teachers.
Yeah,
Some players just aren't good
exactly,
teachers.
Exactly. Yeah, I was gonna say that some people just don't do well when it comes to like verbally expressing what's going on in the game. You know what I mean? Like I used to play like I tell this story all the time. I used to play with Lady Butterfly. When she was here in Minnesota, and like she didn't tell me like, oh, well, what you have to do is you have to make sure that you're spacing and you're blocking and blah blah blah. No, he said, you're not blocking. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, just block.
It's so vague.
Just block, or just wait, just block, just wait, or doing a good combo or whatever. That's it. It wasn't no like super precise things, or or you have to low profile anti-air this, and you have to wait when I exit block stun and do this, and you have to do this overhead, and make sure that you hit me out there, blah blah blah. It wasn't like that at all. So some people are just like that. Some people just give you really vague answers, and well, at the same time, there's some people that teach really well, but then they're not the top players. They're not getting
Yeah, yeah.
top three, top eight. You
If
know
you
what I
can
mean?
find a player who's good, yeah. If you can find a player who's good like that, then that player is like really, it's kind of a blessing. Like I'm not. Yeah, I guess this will be one of the instances where I feel myself, but I feel like I'm a pretty good skill level in 13, and like I'm well aware of how to like educate myself and others because of my background in not just video games but fighting games as well.
Right.
Like I actually come from like a Street Fighter-ish, like Smash and stuff background,
Right.
so I can translate different things, and that's only because I played different stuff, and I've spent hours and hours and hours of free time back in high school, and even like in my early days, just watching match footage, watching, reading stuff, articles, how to get better, the mindset you need to have,
Yeah. Yeah.
and all that. It all is very important.
Right. Coco, were you gonna say something?
I was just gonna make a comment that I hate when I ask people for like advice, like, oh yeah, well, what can I do better? And they tell me, oh, go into practice mode. Like, well, that's not what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that doesn't really help everyone. Like, not everyone's a player.
Yeah. That kind of goes again with what I said. That some people just aren't very detailed with like.
Good explainers.
Yeah, explaining. Yeah.
explaining.
Exactly. Like, or even like we used to play Guilty Gear, and like some people like, yeah, man, like how can I get better? And then somebody said, just go to Dust Loop. Just just go to Dust Loop.
That's how you get better. Go to the nice.
Yeah, yo, yeah, what you gonna say, Coco?
Mhm.
Were you gonna say something?
No?
Okay, Ricky, you there, man?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, when I give advice to people, it usually would be more like, yeah, it would be a little more vague. I think I'm more of the vague people in the majority. Like, I come from a Smash background,
Okay.
and I see it in your guys' community. When people play the same character, do you guys call them mirrors? Do you guys call them mirrors? Is that what you guys call them?
Yeah, we call them mirrors.
In Smash we call them dittos.
Dittos,
And-
yeah, I heard that, yeah.
Yeah. I would constantly say dittos. Oh, they're playing dittos, and then I'm like, oh, you guys are calling them mirrors. That's a weird way of putting it, because like I come from another community.
Yeah,
in
because
Indiana.
Ditto, Ash, and Pokemon. So
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Pokemon
like-
thing, yeah, I remember that part.
Yeah, because like here in Indiana, it's more Smash. It's like first it's Smash, second is Street Fighter, and then third is Guilty Gear. And then like there's a couple of us that play 2002 on the side.
Okay. All right. All right. That's pretty interesting. Cool. Nice. Let's see. Okay. What about certain new players? All right. Now, when you play someone, in a fighting game that that's new, let's say KOF or what have you, are there certain people that you just like completely just like go 100% on, while there's some people that you kind of, I would say kind of handicap yourself a little bit on a little?
nah,
you know what I
I
mean?
just like I like just like women. Like all women. My whole body is getting handicapped over here, so no holds bar.
Like what?
Oh, well, there's two different things I was thinking about. Sorry, but yeah, no sandbagging.
No.
I'll
Okay.
pick different characters, but like what I'll do, like I'll give you an example. Like in KOF, I'll pick one character that like I'm trying to learn, and I'll pick like probably two. Like I'll put my other two characters in the back.
Okay. All right.
Like I'll pick my most comfortable one in the very, very, very back, third, and I'll pick the second one I'm most comfortable with. Or if they're both of equal comfortability level, I'll put them. I'll rotate. But the one which is most new to me.
Mhm. Well,
I'll put,
all right.
I'll put-
Well, let me throw an example. Like for me, I won't take it easy on someone that I know that has been playing fighting games for a while, that knows like quite a bit about fighting games. You know, as far as like fundamentally, you know what I'm saying. I won't take it easy on them. Whereas if it's someone that is like brand new to fighting games, I might take it a little easy on them. You know what I mean?
Well, for me, it's a player-by-player base.
Yes.
When it comes to Kingdom Hearts 13, I just have too much fun. I'll just play anyone, anyways, and I'll just, yeah, like I don't have to sandbag. I can just have fun, to be honest. But it's more, it goes by player and what the player demands. Some players are, at least the one players that I know, I'm glad they'll tell me something. Yo, don't go easy on me. I'll rub my hands. Oh, if you wish, kind of thing. But it's a player-by-player base. It's just simply if I know them, yeah, I'll do both ways. I'll take it easy on 'em, or I'll go hard on you.
Right. Okay. Is that the same for you, Coco?
Well, kind of. I mean, I have a lot of friends that don't play fighting games, but since I'm like such a huge fan of KOF, I want to share this with them. So like, I want to like try to get them into it. So like for those people, I definitely don't want to like go and crush them so they don't think the game's fun. But I don't want to like go too easy on them. So I try to get that kind of middle ground compromise, whether it's just picking characters I'm not familiar with, or just playing my regular characters, but not super hard on them, just like good enough to win the match, but so they can still have like, a little bit of a challenge. So it's not too easy, but not too overwhelming. Kind of find a balance there. But yeah, because I've had some people, a lot of friends that just kind of introduced into the game, just playing with them a bit above their level, and then they got to a point. There's actually this one guy who, for a while, was better than me because he liked the game so much from that introduction that he put some real time into it and became better at skill than me. So I had to lock down on my game and practice a bit, and then I got to be better than him again. But it's pretty interesting.
Okay. That is that is interesting because like I do know there's some people that that may just kind of write the game off completely, you know, if you do kind of like obliterate them, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I'm not having fun with this game. But at the same time they want to get better, but it's like they're kind of stuck in some sort of like purgatory whereas they're having
let's be real, like no like their ass handed to them like hardcore, like no matter even like the best of the best, like no one likes that. It's like, cause if I get destroyed like by somebody, I'm like, yo, f that, like I wasn't feeling that. I'm gonna run back. Like you want to kind of redeem yourself in a way or get better, or if I don't know, like if you don't like the game or if you don't have much of an opinion on it and you get dragged, you're just like, yo, I'm done with this. Like that happened to me in Guilty Gear. I got slain, dude. Like the first session I went to, I think I took like 3-4 games the whole night, and I played like probably like 100 matches or so. I played something like that, like between 50 and 100 matches. Like dude had what's his name? Dude had a 20-game win streak on me, and I'm like, I am not this bad as a fighting game player, but I am so inexperienced in this game. Crap, man. Like.
Yeah, because like different games have different mechanics. Like Smash, you got like double, you have wave dashing, you have like multi-shining, and like KOF, you have a lot of other techniques. I'm not sure too much for KOF, but yeah, like I know like I don't know what the term is called. Is it called air dash? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like different games have different mechanics.
Okay. I'm reading another post. Someone put, be generous, just let them win one round, build up their confident. I think he meant to put confidence. Yeah, I think that goes from what we were saying a little earlier.
I don't know. I come from the old school, bro. Like I used to.
Yeah, I know you do.
So like, you know what I mean? Like, you lose, you gotta get back. You gotta wait in that lobby, son. Like. You gotta wait to run it back. Like there's no fix this because they waiting just as long as you. Like, time is precious. I hate to sound so cruel. I hate to sound like that, but it's true, man. Like that's why you look for people on like close to your skill level to get your confidence up. Like I feel like that's one of the most important things in getting better at any game. Finding someone or slightly better. Or like they have to be on that like a little bit above you, a little bit better, a little bit worse than you, but they can still give you competition or on the same level, and then they're progressing as well. That's that's the reason why some people get really good. Cause like I have a friend, me and another friend, we're pretty smart. He's more of a Street Fighter player, and like he's like I'm gonna try Street Fighter, and he's been playing 4 more. He's a competitive player in that. And I was just like, yeah, I'll try, man. Like, we're going to be living around each other again, so why not? I don't know if I'll go in as much as you are because you're a Street Fighter player, but, we can learn off of each other. And I'm like, that's going to be interesting because he's a smart player, I'm a smart player, but we have 2 different unique backgrounds. Like, yes, I have Street Fighter history, but he is more involved with it, more so than I am. I've KOF, Guilty Blood, Capcom vs. SNK2, other Street Fighter games and stuff like that. So what I see it will be different from what he sees, and it'll be good because like we both, when we see high level play and we discuss things, it's like, yo, this looks stupid. He's like, yeah, I think that's pretty dumb too.
Yeah.
Ask him like, why is that dumb? And we have a discussion. Like, you have to have people, even if it's online. Like, obviously offline. Like I said, I'm old school. Like, I'd rather have offline sessions, gatherings, and stuff like that. But I don't deny online. I do stuff online as well. But even if you have somebody or finding somebody near you that's trying to get better, like you are, that's the most important thing.
Okay.
But you can get better, but it requires a lot of it, like a lot.
Right. Okay. Six, how do you feel about that post? If you read it, when the dude says, helps build up confidence if you let them win once or something.
You can do that, but it's kind of misleading. And it's kind of like what Malik said. Having the information definitely builds your confidence. Yeah. Because otherwise, if you go in there of course you're not gonna have confidence if you don't have experience. Unless you're just one of those casuals that just enjoys button mashing. It's like, and somehow you get it work, then fine, whatever. You can have fun your way and be confident like that. But I would say just don't do it often. Maybe if your first time, only do it once. That would be like kind of like my rule,
Right. And Coco, you said that you would like allow the games to become close rather than just let them win. As far as like trying to build their confidence, right?
Yeah, because like the thing about letting them win to build confidence, then you're giving them a false sense of confidence, and when they play, other people who aren't going to do that to them, that confidence is probably going to be torn down anyway. So you want to give them some way to push them, something that's going to actually challenge them and help them improve, rather than just like let them walk over you and then they don't learn anything from it.
Okay, that makes sense. Something just popped in my head. Okay.
Like, I feel like if you really want to get better at something anyway, like you're gonna, yes, taking the L's in the beginning. I feel like that's the worst part of learning any game. Like when you don't know the engine, when you don't know, getting your ass handed to you when you don't know why. That's the worst. It's like when you're a kid and you came home, you got beaten. Your parents are like, yo, what am I getting a whooping for? Like, this sucks. I didn't do anything to deserve this. You don't know why. It's like, that's that. But when you start playing, you understand why, you don't get as salty. You're just like, okay, I can comprehend and understand why. That makes sense.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's the most important thing beginners need to understand. That way they don't feel so frustrated. They don't feel like, wow, what's the point of playing this game? Because that's the unfortunate part. That's how they just quit right away. It's the fact that they didn't try to learn.
Yeah, because a lot of people, they just want to win. They just want that that really short-term gratification of, oh, I won. I feel good. Which I just thought of like a couple of seconds ago. Is that like, all right, you can say this. I mean, for yourself as well, and if you notice it between other people, but like when you win a match or you see somebody win, like you ever notice like how happy somebody gets after they win anything? Like they're like they just kind of have like a boost in their spirit a little bit, like, oh, I won, oh my gosh, like, ooh, I feel so comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like for one example is that we were playing casuals, you know, up at the mall, and you know, somebody won. You know, we were playing like Exert, and then like one of the other players was like, man, you always get happy when you win, and then they kind of was going back and forth. It was like, well, why am I supposed to feel bad if I win? Like, you know, like,
Hey, I guess you can't blame the guy. Yeah.
right. But like, I mean, it goes back into like the kind of short term gratification is like, you know, everybody wants to like feel good playing, you know, but then a lot of people, they don't want to go through the tough process of, you know, taking all these L's, learning, going through all these kind of tough,
Yeah.
uncomfortable situations, you know. But hey, I won. Hey, I feel a little good now. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little guilty of that too. Like if I'm playing first to 10 and I'm down like 8 points or something like that, and if I win once,
You made a comeback, dude. Like, that's different.
yeah, but
that is different. Yeah.
yeah.
You overcame something. That's not. That
Like,
doesn't exhibit low confidence in yourself.
right. But I mean, I'm kind of guilty of it. Like if I went, oh, thank goodness, like, you know what I'm saying. But it's more about what I learned from it, though. Like, you know what I'm saying. But I mean, I don't think there's wrong with like kind of being happy with a little bit of like short term gratification. You know, like, oh, I won. I feel a little confident
No,
now.
you should be happy you won. I mean, like this. I don't always smile when half the time when I win, I don't even be happy. Like I'll go to majors and people be like, yeah, dude, you bodied me, and didn't even like smile or nothing. Like I'll be like, damn, I feel good. I'm kind of like Daigo, you know. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, I am that guy, but it's just like, oh, yeah, well, GG's, you know, I'll do the sportsmanship thing, but I'm still thinking like, you know, I'm always trying to get better. Always trying to get better.
Right. Okay.
But you know, everyone approaches it differently.
Right. Okay. What are you gonna say, Coco?
Say for me, I don't get happy with just any win. You know, like if I'm blowing the person out, that's not really that fun. So it's like, okay, whatever. Like I'm happiest when the match is close. Even if I lose the match, if I made a really close match and it seemed like a challenge on both ends, that's when I enjoy the most. So I'm happy, win or lose, as long as it came down to the wire. That's kind of my feeling on it.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, there have been times. There have been times where I even won tournaments and I would not feel terribly happy because I know like a certain person wasn't there, you know, that might
Yep.
beat me. You know what I mean?
Challenge.
Like, yeah, it was like kind of
You want to overcome. You want to conquer.
yeah,
That's human instinct.
yeah. It's like it felt kind of hollow. It's like, damn, like I know if this person was there, like things weren't be that easy. I know I probably wouldn't have won, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, have
No,
you
that's
ever?
the thing. No, you're not. Yeah, I've gone through that as well, where it's like, man, but I played you before. Normally, our matches are more exciting than this, and kind of thing. And like, regardless if I win or lose, kind of thing as well. So yeah, a lot of emotions happens to any kind of win whatsoever.
Right. 9009. Ricky, do you feel that way sometimes too? Like you're in a tournament and like a certain like opponent doesn't show up, and then you kind of feel a little hollow, a little indifferent, not indifferent, but kind of feel a certain way about it.
Yeah, like my cousin, like my rival's my cousin,
Hmm.
and like he lives like 2 hours away from here,
Hmm.
and like there's these months at the swim center that we usually go to, and one time went up and asked me, like, he wanted to start a new game, and he wanted to learn how to play Smash, and like so he's like, oh, before you tell me any of the techniques and crap, can I play a match with you? And so I did the mistake of choosing a character that I don't know how to play too well, and I let him body me because I just want to make him feel good about everything. But the next like he and
Oh, yo, Ricky,
my later first round.
hey, yo, I'm sorry. You might have
Yeah.
to repeat what you said. It was kind of breaking up a little bit.
At the end.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, like I picked a character that I didn't know how to play, and then after he beat me like in a set, I'm like, okay, yeah, this was just friendlies, and then like he entered into the melee tournament, and then he got bodied really badly, and he got mad with me because he's like, "Did I really play?" I'm like, "No, no, I don't." Because like I got like second place out of it, and
Ooh, yeah.
I got salty. He got salty.
Okay. That's interesting.
Mm.
All right. Um, another question I kind of have for you guys. All right, when a new player says like, "Okay, I can't do my combos like in the heat of a match," what do you usually tell them?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Malik.
Okay. I would tell them at that point, like if it's like really tense or whatever, to just when you're playing casuals, just practice that stuff. When you're in training mode, practice those confirms. So like those are the only things you know, and like you know to go to the good stuff that you won't have to think about it because it becomes habit. That's like half the part of like not part of it. It's half the battle of doing this stuff. You're doing things so behavior can become like robotic. Like when I'm in training mode, I practice like stuff I'm gonna use in a match.
Yeah, about the same thing I would tell to a new player when they want to learn combos. What I can also tell them is also ask them like how they're pressing buttons because I've gone through a lot where they tell me, man, how can you possibly do crouching this, standing that, and still do a special? And it's like, oh, you're probably forgetting that there's a buffer that you can do. Because I remember one player asked me, how the heck do you do low beat, standing beat, and into Buster Wolf somehow? And what he never knew was, oh, you can actually just buffer a quarter circle forward like this, and you can still do the super. Like you don't have to press double quarter circle forward punch after just pressing punch, because that'll be way too hard.
Mm.
And so you want to find out. You tell them the forums as well. You tell them specifically, yo, you can go to this thread. And like, don't just say, oh, go to Dusty. Instead, like, give them a more specific thread. Like, here's a thread that you do it for. Now, trust me, because, man, I hear that a lot. Oh, go to Dusty. Well, okay, but tell them where. Don't just here. Now, get out of my face. Like, that's kind of what it feels like. It's like, instead, here's the link to this player, and you'll definitely have this. And I have, that's why I do. When they ask me about combos, oh, sure thing. You can do this, and then you can also go to this forum. Like, I'll tell them everything. I'll tell them as much info if I have to. And I also question him how he's doing it. Because of course you still gotta go to practice mode and practice your combos. It's like I tell every new player, do yourself a favor, at least spend 30 minutes, and maybe slightly longer, but at least spend 30 minutes remembering the combos you have done, so you develop muscle memory.
Yeah.
Because they definitely have to know that. If they don't know, if they're gonna forget the combo what you explained to them, and they're like, wow, I'll bring up to it too when I play them again. Oh, you forgot to do this combo. Like, oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, just make sure that you tell them how to do the combo, but also always tell a new player to spend 30 minutes developing muscle memory. Because what new players don't realize is that when we do combos, sometimes we don't have to think about it. Our hands do the talking.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless it's a new character, or like I haven't practiced a character in a while, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I need to refresh this.
Hey, Malik, your mic is kind of going in and out, man.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was saying, like, do I sound okay now?
Yeah, it's funny. Like whenever like I tell someone, yeah, man, your mic is going like bad, and then they instantly sound good. Like,
I know it's a little bit of annoyance.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you should. I know that like what I'll do sometimes, like recently, since I've been playing, like I've been dropping some stuff. It's usually I hate saying stuff like this, but it's probably due to the fact that like I'm not playing on a setup that I'm used to, like a tournament ready setup, and then I'm not playing on my own stick. So like those factors have definitely come into play for me. But it's like I can still remember how to do a bulk of this stuff. But I just like if I had these optimal settings, obviously I wouldn't be dropping them. But practice is practice. You gotta get it as best as you can.
Okay.
Yeah, just like when you're in training mode, just be like, okay, well, these situations, these are what I'll be in mid-match. So that's why it's good to review footage
Okay.
or look at
Okay.
matches.
Right. Coco, what about you? When someone says that I can't do this combo in a, in a match, but I can do it in practice mode, what do you tell them?
First of all, I can definitely relate to that sentiment because I've had that feeling so many times myself. I do combos a lot better in practice mode than the actual matches. So the first thing I kind of I advise the person is to calm down because I find in my own personal experience that a lot of the reasons why I can't get my combos off in real matches is because I'm feeling the pressure and like too intense and rushing my motions, so it's just skipping inputs, and that's why the stuff isn't working. And another thing I try to advise people to do is when you go into practice mode and practice your combos, a lot of people just use like the, just the dummy standing there and okay, I can do this sequence of buttons. But can you do when the opponent is moving around and doing stuff? So I advise them to, try to turn the CPU actually on to practice against a moving target, or even do the one-hit guard to make sure, or no, not one-hit guard, random guard, to see if, like, just for confirms. So sometimes they'll randomly block it, and can you train yourself to register that, to not do your combo when they're blocking, and to actually go through with your combo when they don't block and the first hit actually connects.
No, yeah, you're right. And I actually started. I had to get the habit of telling new players that as well because, yeah, a standing still opponent is so different against one that is moving, and even I'm a victim of that as well. It's like I even lose my patience as well as I finally get this punish, and I still drop the damn combo on such an easy punish. Jeez. And unfortunately, feelings do get in the way sometimes, so you have to really calm yourself down. I had to tell that some people.
It's always a nerve for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
As we like to say, tournament nerves. No, but you definitely you want to make sure that try to learn how to be under pressure. There we go. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah. That was a good point to tell players to turn on the computer. I tell them that a lot too because I still use the computer, man. You know what I'm saying? I still cut on the computer every once in a while for I can at least practice hitting a moving target and for hit confirming. I mean, yeah, they're not the best. I mean, they don't move like a human. Say that again.
Some top players do that too, believe it or not. If they don't have anyone they can practice with, or if they don't have any play.
Right. Yeah. Yep. I did that with Exert for a while. Like just kind of just have them running around because I mean with Guilty Gear, it is kind of like random hitish a little bit. So
there's a lot of
yeah. So if you get a random hit, boom, like it's it's good to go. But yeah. Well. Oh yeah. That thing about like nervousness. Like what do y'all tell players that say, oh my God, like I'm so much pressure. Like I feel nervous when I play, even casuals, tournaments, etc. Like,
slow down.
Okay, slow down. Malik, what'd you say?
I just tell them like, I dissect if it's anxiousness or nervousness because those are two different emotions. Like I know me, like when I'm around a bunch of players
Malik, your mic, man. I'm having a little trouble hearing you, man. It sounds like you're talking can on a string, man.
Yeah, it's happening again. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's happening again.
See, it sounded good right there, man. I don't know if you like positioning it like.
It keeps going in and out.
Yeah.
It's because this area sucks.
Or are you on the telephone?
Yes, I don't have a computer. It's hard. I can't do much of anything.
Oh yeah. You're kind of in struggle mode.
That's why
Yeah. Oh, wait, let me get back to you real quick, Malik. Ricky, were you gonna say something, man?
Don't look at the people behind you because it gives you a bit of nervous when you're on the stage. The thing with, like, for example, in the COD scene, people would, people. I'm sorry for the background noise, but here. Like for example, in the COD community, there's this saying that really annoys me a lot, and this encourages new players.
Hmm.
It's called "You're nervous." Um, Shut up. Like a lot of the time, a lot of players try to get in your mind and say like, "You're nervous. Shut up. Like get out of my face. You suck." Um, like that's what I had to have to play with with people that are like extremely rude and they all they do is like talk trash and they expect to win and stuff and that's mostly the whole time of playing like COD and then like the thing I like about the FG community it is that everybody is chill. Not everybody, but like most of the people are pretty chill. To where like they give you a lot of advice like like don't listen if anybody's talking trash, don't listen. Uh, like don't look at the people. Just pretend like you're just playing at home. I used that one like pretend like you're playing at home. That usually calms me down a lot and like don't have a fear of people like watching me.
Oh, cool. So someone from the funny game scene told you that.
Yeah, someone from
Oh,
the fighting game scene.
oh, that's cool. I didn't know that people gave advice like I'm like that to people outside of the funny game scene. That's good to know.
Actually, that's even tougher to even to tell anyone at an actual tournament. I was gonna say in general, like if you're just by your like if you're online or just in regular gaming, it's a tough process anyways, where they just have to find a way to fight among themselves. But at a tournament, wow, get a coach. That's all I can tell
Yeah.
you. Because man, when you have, because the opponent you're playing might have a crew, and boy, I love those. So your best
Oh
option
yeah.
is to have at least that one person whispering in your ear, like, dude, it's all good. I'm here for you, kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. That's how. Like I talk to that guy even to this day. Like we play a lot of like casuals on like Fightcade and stuff. Like he teaches me a lot of like stuff. Like for example, the last topic that you guys were going over with, like I was kind of like I was the guy that was like, how do you do this? Like how do you like do all these combos while like you're wrecking me at the same time?
Mm.
And it's like, it's like, practice 30 minutes, blah blah blah. It's like, oh yeah, yeah, like everything, like with him, like he makes me feel comfortable playing a lot of fighting games.
Mm. Okay. Um, for me, let's see. I've kind of overcame that a little bit. I still feel a little anxious before a match or something. Well, actually, I feel more anxiety. Well, not really anxiety, but more like hype. Like if it's like a real close match, like if it's super super close, like getting very very down to the wire. I do feel a little nervous because like, oh man, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? It's like extremely suspenseful. As far as other people, like talking and stuff like that. Um, I think like one way that kind of helps me out. I know this might sound weird, but like even like recording yourself playing or even just like streaming a lot kind of helps because there's people that you know talk stuff in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, y'all suck. Like this ain't no high level play or something like that. That has kind of helped a little bit, like especially when you're going up on stream, going on stage because a
No,
lot of times
yeah.
because a lot of times people say like, "Oh man, the stream monsters they may be talking about me and me." I'm like, man, please, dude. Like, y'all can say what y'all want. I'm sitting here playing a game in front of hundreds and hundreds of people, either on stream or at an event. You know what I'm saying? I made it out here. I paid my venue fee and plane ticket. Like, I don't care about y'all cats. Y'all at home watching. That's it. Like, I mean, y'all opinion doesn't really mean anything to me at all, and like yeah, I just completely tune it out. And plus like if people are being hype around me, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes like I want them to say more crazy stuff. Like I'll play even tougher because I want them to just like say all the craziest stuff in the world. Like I want them to get even more hype. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they're against me, I want them to just like root against me so hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just want them
Filipino
to.
champ. You feed off the
A little bit.
Yep.
I mean, a little bit. But the thing is, I just don't let them get to me. I don't like let them just kind of like, um, kind of, deflate my attitude. Like, yeah, I just want them to just keep saying like so much stuff. You know what I'm saying? That like, even if I lose, like at least like I tried. You know what I mean? So like I don't know. I guess I'm kind of weird like that. But if people are getting hyped, man, I want them to just say whatever the heck they want, man. I'll even I'll even do something random or whatever, just to hype people up or what I'm saying, something YOLO. But because I do know there's people that like put headphones on because they don't want to hear what other people are saying, or I think that's the case, or
Sometimes that can work.
Some people just need to hear the game sound because
Yeah.
certain sound cues and stuff like that. It helps.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
nothing against the people. It's just like the volume's not loud enough.
Okay.
That's one of the factors. Another factor is if you try to block noise, you just have your own music because of course music helps sometimes too, and they'll just bring their own iPod and just they're so focused on the game that they just need some music to help out, calm themselves. So like another way of doing it. In my case, man, I just need the tournament scene because I hate playing online. Playing online just doesn't feel and actually streaming helps because, man, I just want to chat with someone. I don't want to just be like, I'm just playing games. And there's almost no feeling to it unless you're playing someone you know.
Yeah.
But the tournament scene helps for me. Like I don't care if I lose, get too low. I'm just glad to be at the tournament scene.
Yeah.
So in my case, it helps for me just to be at a scene.
Right.
But
Yeah,
that's
I've never been
like
part of the tournament scene before.
Say what? Say that again.
I was just saying I've never been part of the tournament scene before.
Oh, okay. Well, when you enter it, it's gonna be crazy.
yeah.
I probably had to learn how to play a stick first.
Wait, what do you play on?
I play on the pad.
Keyboard.
You play on keyboard? Okay. Because when you were streaming, I was wondering what was that. Okay.
Well,
Well, actually, I don't think you need to play on stick. There's people that play on pads, and I think like there's some people that you play on plat, Ricky.
Yeah, I
People,
play on pad.
yeah, some people use Hitbox. Some people rig up their own like USB keyboard devices. So
that's what I was gonna say. Maybe if you can find a converter kind of thing, or hopefully that PS3 or PS4 takes the keyboard. I'm trying to. There was a trick to it. It doesn't. Oh shoot.
I mean, it's usually keyboard, but you can't play fighting games on the keyboard with the PS3. You can only type.
Oh really? You can't trick. I hate when it does that. Well, I'll tell you what, Coco, stay tuned. I'm gonna try to invent something like that because I like the fight stick mods. Now, I've always wondered, man, what if I can still give the keyboard players what they want and still able to play on console? So stay tuned. I'll come up with something.
I love that.
Yeah.
I know. I like, yo, man, you're gonna have to update me on that as well. Even though I may not use it, it may look cool, but
I've always been curious to do this because I mean, why not? Why not bring? I could have swore because there are PS3 keyboards, but unfortunately, like Coco was saying, I guess it still will not. It won't let you adjust it or input or anything like that, which sucks. I thought you could.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes me want to make my own hitbox, but with the actual key buttons. Because there are some nice keyboard buttons, like the cherry switch ones they talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot, I did try those. Those are nice. So therefore, maybe I can come up with something because I like to have fun and to do fight stick mods. Like right now, I'm trying to take a classic A's boombox and turn that into a fight stick.
Good luck, man.
Exactly. But yeah.
One more question, kind of regarding this whole topic of helping out beginners. What do y'all tell like new players that are kind of like just real like kind of negative, you know what I'm saying, about themselves, man? Because sometimes, man, I feel like I'm like Dr. Phil or something, man. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like a therapist. You know.
Oh man. Well, I guess a good way to put it is I'll try to calm them down a little bit and just say, man, look, man, it's video games, man. Don't take it too hard on it. But you know, in the end of the day, if they get super negative, I can tell them, well, I'm sorry, bro, man, but hey, I'm here for you if you still want to play games, whatever. If you want to play something else, it's whatever.
Yeah.
It's just video games in the end of the day. Of course, there's still feeling to it, and there's still something about it. But you shouldn't have to always get too worked up on it. Even I had to learn that the hard way. So, you know, all I can tell them is, look, man, that's fine. You know, we can still play other fighting games if anything. That's all I care about is that we can't enjoy this one game. We can try something else. But you can't, you know, otherwise you're better off you just have to let them go. You can't just, you know, keep them.
Yeah. You're right.
I have the problem of making people think that I'm very negative with the comments I make, so they try to, like, you know, drown out the negativity, I guess, but it's like, I'm not really feeling negative. I just have, I guess, a weird perspective where I view myself as far below what I consider the average player, and I openly admit it, and I kind of say that I suck at the game, and people take it like, oh, you're being too negative, but I'm not really. I just, my perspective on it, but I'm not, like, feeling bad about it, you know? I'm still, like, having fun, like, fun. And I think a lot of people, like, there's a lot of confusion with people. They assume that I'm just being overly negative when that's not really the intent.
Well, yeah, people do get mixed up with that a lot too. Which, and I can. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, because a lot of times people kind of compare themselves to other people. So if like you say you suck, then what about me? Like, do I suck worse than? Like, am I like way worse than like you or like you know what I'm saying?
Well,
so you know what I mean? Because a lot of people.
You beat me, so no.
No. I'm speaking kind of just like kind of hypothetically if someone says that, but like it's like yo, like somebody always is like better than the next player. You know what I'm saying? Like the best player in the world, there's always going to be someone that can beat him, and then there's someone that can always lose to another person, and so on. Like I mean, I lost to someone, you know, yesterday playing first 10 first of 5, and you know, and then I know I can beat someone else like that too. But like, I think people kind of compare themselves too much to other people, rather than their own past, their own skill level, because like anybody can beat anybody. I always say this, like anybody can win against anybody at any time. I mean, luckily, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, somebody can take a game off like the Evo champ. You know, it could be one game out of like thousands, but I still think like you know, a win is just like an outcome. Like I understand like I mean there's a process attached to it, but like I don't know. I just feel like sometimes like yo, like it's just like people just compare themselves so much to other people, you know?
Yeah, that can happen.
Wait, what you gonna say, Malik?
Do I sound okay now? First off,
So, a little bit. I just couldn't make out what you said.
I mean, like, do I sound like I'm still in a tin can or whatever?
You sound good now.
Better.
I don't know how long it's gonna hold up.
Nah, it's the area I was at, but I was actually just talking with a friend about that yesterday. Who played at Battle Royale and like, he defended the North, and you know he was just like, cause he plays Under Night as well. He was like, man, I'm gonna focus more on Under Night because you know ADC is gonna have the pop bonus, and I want to do good in that as well. But he played in Battle Royale, and even though by like you know by tournament results, it might not seem like he did the best, but his play was like drastically better in less than in about a month's time span. He was like, dude, I was actually able to apply advice that like people gave me, and actually utilize it. That is actually and one thing me and him we don't really do is just like we don't really compare each other to other players in the sense that like he's so much better than me. It's just like okay. It's more like, what am I doing wrong? Like, what do I need to do to get to that level? Like, because that, like, I say like you should be your best critic, and what I mean by that is like you should be the most honest with yourself because you don't have to knock yourself down and say I suck. Like, I'll say I'm really hard on myself, so I'll say stuff like I suck, but people will be like, dude, you're so good though. Like, you can beat almost anybody, and I'm just like. It's just like, well, when I hear, I'm just like, crap, that's right. I have to watch what I say because some people will take that quite literally, and they start losing confidence in themselves. You know what I mean? They're not really hungry. So I have to, you have to watch what you say. But as far as like building people's, I guess, like confidence up and stuff, what I usually do is I'll tell them their strengths. It's like, hey, look, that like, just be real. Look, this is gonna happen. I've been playing more than you, this game more than you, and I've been playing more than you competitively. But I see your strengths are this and that, and I'll be like, hey, maybe you can do things like this to complement your strengths. Usually, the strengths with that are these weaknesses, so you can work on that as well.
Right. Okay.
It's not giving them too much, but it's just like, hey, look, you're good at this. Like, because it's like, it's like going into basketball to beat like LeBron James when you're like an amateur. How are you gonna expect to do that? Let's just be real. Like, you can't beat a professional athlete or someone who's semi-pro who can pretty much bang with the pros, but doesn't have that rank. That doesn't just happen overnight. They put in time.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. I tell the same thing to beginners where I'll tell them, don't sweat too much. You have to remember, I've been playing this game way too long. But if you do this and this and this, trust me, you will beat me. I'll tell them, yeah, dude, you obviously figured me out my gimmick with this part of the tag, so therefore, trust me, if you keep it up and you pay attention, you'll definitely beat me. Because I'll tell them what they've done right, too, to make sure, oh, okay, good. That way they don't just think, oh, it was a complete waste of time. Like, no. You did something right here, and I'll tell you, if you keep doing this, you will beat me.
Right.
I'll tell them, just remember, I just have way more experience than you do, and I watch way more videos. But believe me, if you do these things correctly, you'll beat me in a matter of no time. I'll tell them that. And I'm not lying, too. I'll just tell them, like, no, you're doing that's what you're supposed to do. You do this and this, and, dude, you're going to beat me.
Right.
And then you'll be ready to play, as long as you do things correctly.
Ricky, man, how do you feel about that, man? How do you feel about, like, kind of players that are kind of down on themselves a lot?
Usually, I've seen this happen a lot. Like, a lot of people would play, like, really good people in fighting games, and then they would just get, like, I'm not playing this game anymore. Just, like, dislike the game all of a sudden. And it's like, oh, this game's trash, and crap. I was like, are you sure? Like, I would usually reply, are you sure? Like, moments ago, you really liked the game. But since you lost, I don't know why I dislike the game all of a sudden. Don't be too down on yourself, because you're basically making yourself an obstacle rather than passing over it.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, because like if you, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's a good little quote, man. Because I mean, I do feel like sometimes, yeah, no, because like I mean, I do feel like you can block yourself in different things. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could, I mean, we kind of have a weird way of like just just like placing obstacles in our own like potential. Like people have like success barriers. Say what, Malik?
I said I see it all the time. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like people have success barriers. You know what I'm saying? Because like I think it's something to do with, like, I mean, people just like they don't want to feel pain. Like they want to avoid pain. They want to avoid the losses. They want to avoid the salty, embarrassing matches. The what? The what, Malik?
The long, grueling road that I'm still on.
Yeah, exactly. And because of that, they can kind of be a little down on themselves because I guess they want it quicker than some other people, or I don't know, but yeah, I definitely understand.
I mean, it becomes overwhelming, dude. Like it does. It just like there's been 2 moments where I've just been like for 13 hours, like, man, I am not worthy of playing this game. I suck and underperformed. But then people are just like, yeah, like one dude I play Guilty Gear with now, he was like, dude, you beat the crap out of me at that one final round. And I was just like, dude, I didn't even notice because I was so zoned out and trying to get out of my pool. So like, I really wanted to do really well, but I underperformed. And somebody who I thought wasn't, who I know isn't better than me, performed better than me, that kind of made me feel like, yo, I'm worthless. Like,
Mm.
you know, it's stuff like that. But it's like you really care, and it's like life, man. Like, you're just gonna give up, like doing things in life,
Yeah.
or you're gonna keep going.
Yeah, that's interesting you say that, Malik, because like there's always going to be someone that looks up to you, no matter how like you beat up on yourself.
People respect me a lot. I don't like. I'm not saying I don't see how, but it's like, dude, I don't even know how I'm still trying stuff. That's with my life. You know what I mean?
Right, right. I wanted to read something real quick that I just found on our Twitter up at Dream Council SNK. Someone responded to the announcement of the podcast, and someone Sarvet, shout out to Sarvet. He said I no wait no in response to should you take it easy on new players beginners, he said no, but they should be helping them and explaining why they're getting hit by fall. I don't mean to read it like when people make typos or whatever. Yeah.
No, I get it, but yeah.
Yeah, explain why they getting hit and how to prevent, etc. And someone said, I don't know if this person being sarcastic, but says my primary fear is student turning into master. Still good point.
I mean, some people. I mean, I don't know. Some people are afraid to get better. Like you pick up a student because you want somebody to like exceed you.
Right. Right.
At least that's my take on it. That's why I picked up two like kind of like students.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean me. Like when I show someone how to do anything that I do, you know what I'm saying, that is interested in doing it, I want them to do it better than me. I want them to learn it faster than I have. I mean, learning faster than me. You know what I'm saying? I want them to excel at it faster than me. I want them to enjoy it, at a more kind of easier pace through learning faster than me. I'm not going to teach somebody how to be mediocre at something. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to teach somebody just how to.
You definitely don't want to do that. Yeah.
Right. I'm not going to teach someone just to kind of fuel my own ego by letting them become just like so at it while I'm kind of yeah, just super good at it. I think that's a little selfish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you have to be salty to feel that way.
Right. Because I do know like there's people that are threatened by other people's progress, man. I remember, I mean, even in my local scene, like somebody was telling me, like, man, why you like helping these players out so much, man? And you know what I'm saying? I'm like, why not, dude? Like, this is a group, man. We're like, you're only as good as the people around you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I felt kind of offended by. I'm like, dude, like, what are you talking about? Like, we have to help each other out. We have to make sure everybody is getting better. And if I'm losing, to someone that is learning the game faster than I have, or what I'm saying, then that means that I have to step it up myself. You know what I'm saying, and challenge that player.
Yeah, you have to be real selfish to feel that way, man. Because honestly, if I train a student, and he becomes better than me, man. I'm motivated. Now I definitely want to beat him again. Like, no, I'm the master.
And plus, I felt that I'm doing a good job. I've done a good job by teaching this person. Like, I gave this person the adequate information, resources, materials, advice, etc., etc. And then also like when I teach somebody something, I learn something as well. Like because when you explain something to someone, like you're kind of putting yourself into like third person a little bit, almost as like a student yourself, and you're like, oh well, I didn't know about it in this way. Like I didn't know to approach it in this like fashion or whatever. You know what I mean?
But yeah, like if you're definitely one of those players, like man, don't like wow, that is like the worst thing. Maybe not the worst word, but that's just horrible. Like why would you feel that way?
Right.
Like you may never know. Your student might even make you better as soon as they become better than you. You won't even know that.
Right, and y'all can both be masters.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, it's like I was saying earlier about that one friend I had that I, tried to introduce into the game, and he actually ended up becoming better than me for a while, so that motivated me to top him.
Mm-hmm. Right. I mean, I think that's always a healthy way to kind of, I would say like grow your scene, you know what I'm saying, by just making people get better and you get better as well. You know what I'm saying? Not being threatened by someone else's like progress, I don't know. It's just very like it's ego based with a lot of people, so yeah. That's something. Well, I think I've kind of exhausted the questions and everything I had about this topic. Unless anybody has anything else to share or any questions to, throw at the group about, helping players get better. Anybody?
I think we covered enough. Like we covered more than we expected too. Like I expected. That was
Yeah.
definitely. I'm glad we had this conversation because man,
Okay. What do you think, Coco?
I can't think of anything else to add. We really did cover a lot.
Okay. Ricky, you good?
Yeah, I think we did a pretty good job saying everything.
All right. Malik?
Um, I think I've said, you know me, Des. I've been on this show probably just as much as you have, so people have heard me rant so much.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Cool. All right then. All right. Well, yeah, let's get up out here. Why don't we throw some shout outs? Malik, man, do you have any reports on Battle Royale from, the people that ran it out there as far as like, how well things were ran and stuff?
13 singles started a little later than I wanted it to, but I mean, it all ended at a decent time. Like, for 3 out of 5 KOF 13 tournament, so that could take a while. I mean, well, those don't know Pachu, real game Pachu KOF 1. Shout outs to Pachu, man. Love KOF enthusiast. Love playing with that guy, man. He is KOF. He's nobody in KOF. Air Lancer. I know you guys know Air Lancer.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
He got second. He beat Mario E twice. Like, he beat the crap out of him like second round. I heard it was pretty bad, and then and beat him in losers final. So Arturo will be uploading that footage. Like, he's actually uploaded stuff right now.
Yeah, I think Eric got one or a few videos so far.
Yeah, all the 98 is up. He's uploading 2K2. And then 13 is gonna take a while. KPB will be uploading stuff as well. Kick Punch Bot.
Mhm.
I have nothing else really to report. It was a fun event, and like next year's event, y'all should make it out there if you can.
Well, I'll
It's
be back
gonna
in the
be-
U.S. I'll definitely gonna try for sure. We'll see. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
All right, cool. Malik, how'd you feel about how'd you feel about the dual streams?
I liked it. I thought it was. I ain't gonna, like, at first I was kind of like, oh man, maybe this is a bad idea, but I wanted a lot of the action covered. But next year we'll probably do it again next year still, but it'll be I'm gonna throw a Guilty Gear game in there. I'm not sure if I want to do Plus R or Xrd. I'm gonna have to ask a bunch of community people, but Battle Royale we want to expand upon it because it's not just. Obviously, we'll have our SNK KOF player base or whatever, but I'm a fighting gamer. Like, I communicate with all the scenes. So, but the dual stream was cool. Honestly, I liked it. I got to watch some 98, watch some 13.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I really feel like only stuff like that is done in majors, but I just wanted to be a little different. It's like,
Right.
Let's try this.
All right, cool, man. From what I saw, it looked like everybody was having a good time and things were ran well. From me watching the stream, I couldn't watch it that much because I was streaming myself, and a lot of people were streaming that day, man. We were kind of talking about that, at the top of the show and before the show. Like, yeah, man, people were just really just streaming KOF yesterday a lot, man. So I'm glad people were doing that.
That's good, dude. A lot of people enjoyed it in the stream. They were talking about like how I'm pretty sure I told you this, but they was just like, dang, dude, this stream, this event reminds me of like the old iPlay winter days back when, like Roger Dodger, Hell Pockets, and Pixel.
Oh yeah, those are good times. Yeah.
Yeah, those are a lot of fun.
Yeah, BBZ. Oh my god, I just remembered that guy's name. But all those guys start playing stuff.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
made me feel really good. I was just like, that's what I wanted to kind of bring back to the States because I'm like, this game's not dead. You know what I mean? Like, we're still playing. Like, we never stopped playing. So it's
Yeah,
kind of
man.
taking
Yeah.
breaks and trying to prioritize life. But
Yeah. I think we're
sorry.
riding hard for this game, and I know there's like some people that kind of don't feel that we're riding hard for this game. I think we're riding pretty hard for this game, man. I mean, yeah, the numbers aren't astronomical. Like the numbers aren't like in the thousands of entrants and stuff, but I feel that like we have a more like dedicated player base rather than just everybody and their mama trying to play.
No, the quality of play is going to get better and better.
Right. Cool. Yo, Ricky, man, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, you say you live in Indiana, correct?
Yeah.
Cool. Do you know the rest of the Indiana KRF crew? Because I know a couple of them.
Unfortunately, I don't remember. I know there's people that's been on this podcast that were from Indiana, but I honestly don't remember their names.
Okay, well there is Mexican, Mixikaken. His name is Esteban Rodriguez.
Mhm.
There's also Nathaniel. What's his name again? Soul Good Guy. And I forgot what city they live in, man. But they recently had an event. What was it like last week called Naptown Clutch? Did you hear about that?
Mm-mm. Are they from the north or because I live in the west of Indiana.
Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I don't know. If you want, I can probably link them to you, and then y'all can try to see where each other lives, and then y'all can probably schedule something or whatever maybe in a month or two. Because I understand like people can be from the same state, but you can live at other sides of the state, and it could be kind of hard to like link up. Because some people stay like an hour or two away.
Yeah.
Not like some places like in New York, everybody kind of stays in New York City. And it may be kind of say what?
I just laughed.
Yeah. Or an opposite can be Texas, right? Because like there's all these different cities in Texas, and it's so spread apart.
Yeah, the only ones that really played were like Kyoto, Visio, and Ascendo, and they all live like within an hour of each other driving. So
Right. Yeah,
it's
that
a
can
good
be.
experience.
Yeah, that can be kind of tough. Here in Minnesota, like a lot of the players, we live in the Twin Cities. So it's kind of easy for all of us to kind of get together. And I have heard like even in the West, man, in California, people have trouble getting together because everybody's so far apart. Probably in like L.A.
Yeah,
Like
people forget that California is a really big state. So, like, just because you're in California doesn't mean you're in the actual scene of California. Like, I live at the north end of the state, and everything's mostly Southern California and Central, so there's almost nothing up north.
yeah, actually, about that. Did you ever know about the whole like the NorCal scene when they were playing at Southtown and stuff like that, or like was you around at that time, or like how connected are you to like a lot of the other California players?
I'm not very connected, to be honest. I've mostly done just online stuff, not a lot of offline.
Okay, okay, all right. Well, oh yeah, and Six Select, man. And when are you moving to Florida again?
It's gonna be January.
Okay,
And
okay.
don't bother asking me about Puerto Rico KOF scene because there's no such thing.
I bet.
I as much as I want to try, it's hard for me because I don't have transportation, and transportation is the worst when it comes to Puerto Rico with public transportation. So
Yeah, actually, I'm going to Mexico during December, and I know KOF is pretty popular there, so I'm probably gonna play a lot of KOF at the time.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say make sure you know where exactly, because I know like yeah, people say like yeah, man, like there's a lot of KOF in Mexico, but you got to make sure you're in the right part.
you're in the right spot, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
I'm going to Puebla.
Oh, Puebla. Okay, I guess I know there's a lot of people there. So.
Yeah, and Mexico City. I'm also going to Mexico City as well.
Okay, all right. Well, I know there's
You're
people in
good.
Mexico. Yeah, all right. You good? All right, no worries.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
especially
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should be good, man. You could probably walk into like a laundromat and play KOF. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. Oh, I have to do shout outs. So here we go again, y'all. All right, KOF 98 Ultimate Match Final Edition. Buy it on Steam. We had a Steam sparring session just a couple hours ago. I won't say I ditched it for the podcast, but I guess I sort of did a little bit. But I think people had fun, and a decent amount of people showed up, like at least like 11 as far as I saw, like the max amount
Yeah,
that was in the
11.
chat. So I guess people got it in regardless of me kind of skipping out early to do the show. By King of Fighters 13 Steam Edition, we're gonna do a Steam battle next Sunday at 2 p.m. Central Time. That's 1,400 hours, right, Malik? 2 p.m.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
all right, just checking, man. Just gotta make sure my 24-hour. All right, all right, all right. You know what? At that event, I will give away some of our new stickers to the first place winners or winner, because I know we have a lot of we have a decent amount of ties sometimes. And you know what? And if I don't know if any of y'all want any, just let me. I'll mail y'all a couple because I have a grip or whatever. Just like give me a mailing address, and I'll give the guests here some Dream Council stickers. So yeah. Next up, chat with us on Chatwing. Download it on your phone. Shout outs to MexiKOF. Shout outs to Team Chaos. Shout outs to RoachandIG.com. View the forums on your phone with Tapa Talk. Shout outs to Video Games XD. Lone Star, first place. Mysterio, second place. Cannibalito, third place. Albana. And I hope Pedro keeps to what he said about flying the winner out. You remember, Malik? Was you here for that show?
I was.
Okay. Yeah, I got to talk. Okay. All right. Cool. Fioretica, December 11th, 13th. Same with.
I was trying to find out because I was going to promote it yesterday.
Say what? Say it again.
I was going to promote it yesterday.
What
The name.
what event? Fioretica?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I got to talk to them. I think. Yeah, I got to talk to them again. Yeah, NEC Northeast Championship 16, almost $1,100 pop bonus. December 11th.
1150.
Say what? 1150?
Yep.
All right, cool. By King of Fighters 2002 Unlimited Match, might do a Steam sparring session on the 29th. What else do we have? Download Steam app for you can chat with people on Steam on your phone via Wi-Fi. Oh yeah, Battle Royale. Yo, Malik, off the top of your head, do you know the like first place winners for all the games?
Yeah. Game Pacha KOF first. Air Lancer. Second. Steam Battles.
Say what?
Mario. I said Steam Battles because I know he jumped on a few of those. So.
Oh, wait, who?
Air Lancer, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And he didn't have no real name, but I was just like, that experience helps. So it's kind of like shout out. But Mario E, I don't know if he wants to put Dream Cancel in his name or not, but he was on Team Dream Cancel with Freddy. But
oh, okay, cool.
He got third, and who got fourth? Shadow.
780.
Siete ocho. Yeah, siete ocho zero.
Okay.
I think Hugo,
yeah, I did see that.
He won 2K2. He won. Lazy Freddy got second in that, and third was I think Rome himself.
Oh, nice. I didn't know you played.
And
yeah, I was watching a few matches.
Vanilla 98. I think Mario won that.
Yeah,
Mario won. Pachu got second, and Who got third? Was it Garo Mike again? I'm not sure. I want to say it was either Garo Mike or it was Garo Mike, Shadow, or Yuri. One of those three.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
But the footage is up for 98 for those that want to watch.
Okay, I might have to watch that later.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, man. All right. Next order of business. Oh yeah, get a Dream Council Cup T-shirt at dreamcouncil.com/shop. And this is me wearing my shirt, and this is Macro Beast. He was playing, so we just decided to take a picture of him while he was sitting down. Yep, go ahead and support. All the monies will go straight to Kings of Co for the Dream Council Cup Finals. You can also get a Dream Council Live T-shirt at dreamcouncil.com/shop. And oh yeah, go to Frosty.
Back to that shirt?
Say what?
Is there a back to the Dream Council Live shirt? I'm just curious.
No, actually, I was thinking of like putting like a list of like some of the episodes on the back. I was thinking about that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Let me harp on that. Let me harp on that. Oh, shout out to KOF Funeral. Oh yeah, go to Frosty's Frostings. January, what was it 21st, 22nd, or 22nd, 23rd? It's a Friday. It's a Friday and a Saturday in January.
It's so weird.
What, Friday and Saturday? Okay. And also, last but not least, Winter Showdown 3, February 20th, 21st in North Glen, Colorado. And yeah, this is the Dream Council Cup Finals. 1302 UM, 98 UMFE will be there. And also there, you know, if you play those games as well, Street Fighter 5 and Guilty Gear Expert will be there. So yeah, this is the big finale, the Dream Council Cup Finals at Winter Showdown 3, hosted by the Kings of Colorado. So yeah, yep, I will be there. It should be you know, a lot of fun. And a way to kind of end the whole like Journey to Dream Council Cup season.
First one.
Yes, indeed. And yeah, that's about it. Oh yeah, just want to let y'all know again. I'm gonna post a thread right after the show, but I'm gonna have people submit videos for the next KOF 13 hype video, or I should say like.
Jesus, that time already, yo?
Yeah, it is, man. The highlights video. Yeah, this year has flown by, dude.
I remember we did the first one in 2012, like, and I was on it getting exposed by Bala.
Oh, yeah. My fault, man. I didn't mean to, you know, put you on class, but okay. I try to make sure everybody get some sort of shine on there, man. You know, they gotta, you know, have some sort of embarrassing moment to be put on there. You know what I'm saying? Like I even have some of my own on it. You know, so yeah, it's about that time. I'll make the thread. People can post whatever, you know, funny, crazy, hype, super skilled moments on there, and you know, we'll put it in the highlights video for 2015. Probably be out like when I usually post them, like the 31st or something like
Christmas. That. Yeah. I would say like before Christmas. Well, not before, but like a little after Christmas.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because that's when everybody's posting their little best of the year posts and videos and stuff like that. Okay. All right. Cool. So yeah, I want to thank everybody for coming on the show. I want to thank 909 Ricky. I want to thank DC Malik. I want to thank Six Slet. I want to thank Coco. And if you like the episode, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, post it in the comment section below. Share it on Twitter. Share it on Facebook. Share it on Google Plus. And we'll see y'all for the next episode. We'll probably be back in the next week or two. And that's about it. So again, I want to thank everybody for joining, everybody for listening, and we'll see y'all later. Peace.
All right.